Atoba abatwalanga ebiwedde batate enduulu ez'olutatadde nga bantu basula ku tebuke towaviato n'ebisigadde nze ibula gwe mpaana ibula oli tuli mu ddembe lyaffe tetwagala alwana. Hi Mark, we can negotiate. Hussein Ibra.
Hussein Ibra.
Gallant Makererians, allow me to allow you to allow us to teach you the song.
Toka kwa barabara Justasa na ingia toka jibasi chako tunataka jifungu anti Justasi.
Hello everyone, a very good afternoon today. Today we are all here and we are back. Uganda Lema is the YouTube channel you are watching. Make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you like, make sure that you comment, and make sure that you share. We are now in another different sorting. Oftentimes we've been talking about so many things, especially when it comes to sociality of students at Makerere, relationships, so many things we've been talking about. Now here we come on to a very, very serious and crucial point. Recently and apparently, Makerere has been looking for the next guild president. And because of that, one person lost his life. And we are observing a moment of silence for him. May his soul rest in eternal peace. But then that's not the story of today. So today, much as the elections have been postponed, as some people say, and some people say that they have been suspended, we are now looking at the credibility of all the contestants in the Mark Guild race. And today I have a panel representing each of the contestants. They are going to be talking to us. They are going to be representing the people who were aspiring for the guild president. As far as I'm concerned, they were many, but I tried to get the outstanding. I tried to get some of them. I'm not saying that these are the very best, but then I got these ones, and they are going to be representing the candidates who had contested. I'm going to begin with the left, extreme left. I'm going to begin with the man there. He will introduce himself. He will tell us who is he going to talk about and why does he think that he should be the next guild president of Makerere as Makerere makes 100 years. Sir, you have the microphone.
Yeah, I would like to thank you, Mr. Moderator, for inviting me to such a special panel, and to everyone who is viewing us, good afternoon to you. Oh, anytime you catch this video, and by the names of Chove Timothy, Group Coordinator, School of Liberal and Performing Arts, and I support Alliance Lawrence. Many of you know him as Dangote.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Chove Timothy. Let's proceed to your neighbor.
Yeah, as usual, I'm James Yondo Namasaka. Yeah, and I'm here to support Hussein Ibra, the negotiator. As a whole move, we can negotiate. Team Hussein Ibra.
Thank you so very much, my dear lady. Introduce yourself and tell us who have you come to represent on this very panel?
Me, as you're seeing me, you see the yellow.
Yeah.
It represents a lot. It is Hussein, obviously, and Grace is the name.
Yeah.
That's why you. The reason why I'm supporting Hussein,
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
Let's
continue. Let's really continue.
Anthony Magezi Max official nga bulijjo. Just us. Sigena kwogera bingi. Just us. Makerere is just us.
Okay, before we go any further, allow me to thank my panelists for coming and respecting our invitation here at Uganda Lemwa to come and clear the air and tell people who don't know what is really happening, because we know that Makerere is the ideal institution, ideal university in Uganda. So whatever happens in Makerere really concerns the rest of Uganda and really reflects what is happening in Uganda. But allow me to set records straight and give what we are going to be following in this panel. Dear fellow panelists, when the moderator says that it's time up, please stop talking and leave the next panelist to talk. We are strictly using English because we want to see the potential of these politicians. It is English that is going to be taking this show. And then finally, we shall not allow any panelist to interrupt the other as they are speaking. Before we go any further, allow me to tell you that there are so many contesting, but these are the only people that I came across. If you are a contestant there, don't take this personal. We just didn't land onto your supporter. But then, these are the people here.
I have a question before we go.
Yes?
So, how are these guys going to represent Ibra if you can't speak?
Wait. Do not point fingers.
My
when we are
love
just
ranking
beginning.
will not be accepted.
We
Will
are
not be
not
accepted.
No,
Will
wait.
not be accepted. Okay, let me begin the panel straight away. I'm going to begin with the person who introduced himself first. He
Let us give
says,
this guy a chance to use
No,
local
let's-
languages.
no.
Since they are coordinators.
No.
Yeah, it's my time. It's my
Have
time.
you
it's-
had
it's-
Dangote speak?
it's-
You're eating up my
Have you
time.
had
it's Chobe's time. Chobe, why do you really think that the person you're supporting should be the next good president for Makerere University?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have brought up Max. I want to thank Max Official for bringing a special point.
Yeah.
That these people, you have told them they are going to use English, yet their presidential candidate, Hussein Ibra, cannot speak English. It was visible on urban television when the fellow failed to turn up.
Excuse me.
We said that we shall not be interrupting a panelist
The
who is
fellow
talking.
failed to turn up. And he said that is now I'm going to start by analyzing
Yeah.
the topics which these guys are presenting.
Yeah.
One is saying he can negotiate for Makerere.
Yeah.
We know he was the 87th Minister for Social Affairs.
Yes.
Meaning he organized the 87th Freshers' Ball,
Yes.
which we all attended to.
Yes.
When the Freshers' Ball ended,
Yeah.
the Dean of Students
Suspended.
suspended,
social
expelled
Expelled all social
all
gatherings.
social gatherings.
Yes.
The man was the 87th
Social
Affairs Minister.
Affairs ministers.
The man comes and tells me, I'm going to negotiate for you. Yet from that time up to when he issued that he's going to be the good president of Makerere, he didn't negotiate
Yeah.
and let's start the parade nights that can make us love Hussein Ibra.
Okay. So now let us have these people.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
now Justice is a good candidate,
Yeah.
but he's not credible.
He's not credible. So your candidate is
My
the one who
candidate is the most credible
Yeah.
candidate for this post.
In the
And
next
I'm-
round, we are coming to your reasons. That's why you think that he's credible. Let's now cross to James Buyodo
Let me first say
Munamasaka.
something before
Okay,
we go
let's
further.
now come
I want to first say
Tembo
something
Grace.
about what he just said.
Can you please react to what he has
Timothy,
said?
I want to ask you. He just said that they expelled the Freshers' Ball when he was organizing it. Do you know when you're in a small position, no one can listen to you?
Yeah.
Do you know that?
Okay, let me accept you.
Yes. And you also said this
our
guy Hussein
candidate
does not know how to
yeah.
speak. Have you had your candidate Dangote speak?
No,
Do you
it's-
know how he speaks?
It's like this.
Do you know how he speaks?
It's like this. We are in a set of intellectuals from Makerere University.
Yes, exactly.
Now there is what they call accent,
Mm,
and there's what they call speaking.
Yes.
exactly.
My candidate
Speaking
has a
communication.
northern accent.
No.
When he says communication, that's an accent.
Yes.
But there is someone who cannot say communication.
But for us,
Can
we
I
have
ask
He
you?
can't
have-
speak.
no.
And
I
you have
want
said
to
the
ask-
minister.
No, yes.
Now, Makerere politics is like the politics you see from outside.
Yes.
A minister is in charge of a ministry
Yes.
and is appointed by the good president.
Yes.
So
But I'm not
when they made Hussein
Hussein
Ibra
Ibra.
the 87th Minister of Social Affairs, he was responsible for the social affairs. So he had a big role
It wasn't that big.
to go
It wasn't that
and
big.
look at the
So you
minister.
want to tell me that
No,
he
no,
would
no,
he would
You
have
know,
petitioned?
Look at Gen Luther because the Makerere Corp is the mirror of the politics of
of
Uganda.
the nation.
Now, Gen Luther could herself put a lockdown,
Yeah.
you know?
Yes.
So he can pass rules against health.
But
so
Hussein is just
you
a
say you
No, I want us
and
to talk
Hussein
about that
under
accent you
Hussein,
just
a
said.
government.
That
Yeah.
accent you just said, right? You talked about the accent. You know, like we are from different places, but when we meet, you can just realize that it's hard when you try to develop your communication skills. It is hard to say that this person is from here, this person is from here. Have you had the way what you said, like what you were saying? You've had him speak. You've had him speak.
No.
Can you judge from where they come
Now
from?
it's like this, it's like
because
this,
of
it's
that?
like this, it's like this, it's like this. Now,
He doesn't speak.
now everyone,
He doesn't speak.
everyone on this
Let
panel,
me explain.
everyone on this panel,
He doesn't speak.
everyone on this panel.
Speak.
Let
Order
me,
here,
He
order
speaks.
here, order
Okay,
here.
have
I've never seen
does
him
just
let me,
speak?
let me,
Just-
let me
just a
emphasize the
When
issue.
did- I've also never
accent.
seen
I have
him
also
speak.
never had good
Okay,
just speak.
Chobe, we are going to come to you the next round, and then you emphasize the issue of the accent. Then, Mr. Wionot, can you please tell us the reason as why you think that Hussein Ibra should be the next good president of the mighty Makerere?
He's not the next, but he's already already the
Exactly.
guild president of Makerere according to the what? The
Those-
analysis that
now-
I've made. But one thing I
Let
want to
him
ask
speak.
people,
Let him
You
speak.
give me
Let
time.
Buyondo speak.
Give me time.
Yeah,
I want to
give me
explain.
time.
For me, I've attended many campaigns where Hussein Ibra has spoken to us as a leader.
And you've been
you know?
convinced.
Yeah, and I've been convinced.
Yeah.
Actually, he's a good leader whereby I want to show you. You see, Makerere has been has had chaos before, but for us, Hussein Ibra team, we are a non-violent youth. We are
And that's-
negotiators.
you get.
Yes? Because this time around, Mark, we can negotiate. Leave alone singing with
We
the
can
who?
fight.
Singing
Allow
with
me
allow
to
who's
teach.
going to allow
Are
you?
we kids?
This time around, we are negotiating. We
Okay,
are
thank you so very much,
negotiators.
Buyondo.
We are
So thank you so very much,
non-violent
Buyondo.
youth.
Now let us allow
I have a question for
Magezi.
Buyondo.
Let us now allow
first,
Magezi
let's
Anthony to first tell us the reason as why he has chosen Justus to be the next guild president of Makerere University.
Before we go
Any further?
further, no, these people, the way they are talking, these Ibra's people, no, they show that their candidate is going nowhere.
He's a standing candidate.
No, he's
Can
going
you
nowhere.
please allow
First of
Magezi
all,
to drive his
I would
point?
like you to skip quiet.
Have I been opening my doors in front of you when we are talking about your Ibra?
Talk about just as
So
my
now,
friend.
just let
This
me
will
talk.
be a panelist.
You get. Sorry.
Talk about just us. You see,
No.
you can't even.
I can talk.
Yeah.
We are team just
I made-
us.
Yeah, talk
We are
about
us.
it.
This will be a panelist. Let one
Makerere is
panelist.
just us. For us, we don't talk a lot. Our things just make themselves. Since we are team just us, you can also say that it's team just us. You get?
So wait,
It's
can
not-
I ask?
No.
Okay,
Let-
Just a question.
let us-
Just a
No,
question.
Magezi,
It's a
Okay, you
question.
can
Magezi,
ask him
Magezi
so
first.
much.
Magezi
No,
first
let
drive
us-
your point.
It's a
I'm
question.
asking
Excuse
him.
me,
So you want
excuse
to
me.
be a
This
leader.
will be a
You want
panelist.
to be a
This will be a
leader.
panelist.
No.
Camera
You
on
guys
me,
want
camera
to
on me. I want to set the record straight that we only need discipline here and we want one panelist to talk at the time. At the moment, Mr. Magezi was really telling us the reason as why.
I have one.
Mr. Magezi was really telling us the reason as to why
but
he
the way you're
is
raising
in
up your
support
hand.
of justice. So dear, let us listen to Magezi. We shall come back to you.
But she had a question.
Yeah, she had a question, but then why do you really support
I've given her a
justice?
chance to
Yeah,
ask
I
me.
have to ask.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
Mrs. Chihem.
You're saying Makerere is just us. Things just do themselves. So you expect to lead us by like sitting down and watch things do
Things
themselves.
do
He has
themselves.
been a leader.
Can you imagine?
Wow.
At least,
Wow.
wait,
Without even
let me
negotiating.
answer.
He
Let
has
me
been-
answer. At least Justus, he has a CV. He has been a leader. He has been, but
What has he
Ebola,
done?
the only thing Ebola has done, he has never been a class coordinator, neither dome captain. No,
He's the
Just
former,
being the
he has
former what?
He has been that- what, the-
a
the-
minister.
He
was
former
appointed.
cabinet.
just
In
appointed.
the and he organized
No,
one
wait.
of the successful
No, wait, can I-
freshers balls in the university.
No.
of
Yeah.
That's
Makerere.
all he did.
Yes.
Makerere
Now
is
he
not
can
a-
Now we
organize
are
it.
going back to
No,
Chobe.
no.
We
I'm
are going back
Makerere
to
is
Even
not
Nahin
a-
can organize
Yes,
the
you are
freshers.
right.
Can
I
I,
have a
why are
question.
you
As long as you
attacking?
bring speakers
Why are
and
you
put them
attacking
there.
Hussein Ibra alone?
Alone.
That is
We
the
even
question
have
I want. We
Dangote
have
one.
Dangote.
Let me-
We
I
have
have-
all
we
the
can't
others,
manage.
but
And
you
another,
no.
another
Let
question,
me
sir.
answer.
Another
Talk about
question.
yourself.
My
You're-
last
Answer
question.
this
My
one.
last.
Now,
Yeah, we are not-
you
we are not-
are giving
Let me
me
give Chobe a chance.
have-
Let me give
Yeah,
Chobe a
yeah,
chance.
yeah.
Let me give Chobe a
Let me
chance.
see.
Chobe,
We can negotiate.
Chobe, let me give you a chance.
There's no way we
These
can
people have
negotiate.
been talking about the leadership scheme of their candidates. Can you please tell us why do you think that Dangote should be the next president? Has he been a leader before? What has he done?
Not
Because
even
these
a
people,
class could do
excuse me,
it.
Mr. Buyondo, give space to Mr. Chobe.
Yeah, Dangote. You have asked, has he been a leader?
Has he been a leader like?
Dangote, who is the former finance minister, was the finance minister and the speaker of the Great Insibira Hall.
Of the Great Spirit Hall. Can you
That's
please
good.
assess his leadership in his
And
one
he
year
has
term?
no
And what did he
achievements,
do?
Nothing
Yeah.
like
Now,
achievements.
at whole level,
Yeah.
he was.
Let us listen to Mr. Chobe.
He was on the SCR cabinet. That's the cabinet which leads the whole. He was the speaker of the SCR cabinet
Yes.
of Onsibira. You can go in all halls around Makerere and check the welfare of those halls. You go to Nsibira Hall.
What has he done
Sibira
before
Hall.
and where his
Sibira Hall.
achievements as a speaker, as a
Let Chobe
what?
first finish.
But why you over talking?
Sibira
Let Chobe
Hall.
first finish.
People of
Sibira
Ebola.
I
Hall.
want his
Why you over
achievements.
talking?
As the
Ibra, don't.
Yeah.
cleanest water.
Cleanest water.
Sibira Hall has the most vanished rooms. Now, all that.
So
Now,
you
Yeah.
sleep in Mitchell.
Excuse me,
and you-
excuse
you-
me,
you-
excuse me,
yo,
excuse
and
me.
that's with the Mitchellites when we go to Institute, it's like we're in
That
Olympia.
means,
Okay.
so the speaker of
Now,
Mitchell Hall,
let me say-
the
let me
girl
tell
I
you,
see,
let me
you have
tell you,
pour water
let
in
me
the
tell you.
Mitchell.
Order,
You
order,
have-
order,
you
order,
have
order,
pour
please,
water
please,
in the
please.
Mitchell.
Mr. Biondo, Mr. Biondo, Mr. Biondo,
The
Mr.
girl I
Biondo.
see,
Listen him
the
out.
girl I see, Mitchell Hall,
young man.
Lumumba, you have
Mr.
Your room is
Biondo,
bad.
you're going to be evacuated from this set because of your discipline.
No, when I say something is
Young man.
better, that's
We
the
don't say
meaning
that
the
the
others
other
are worse.
the other ones are worse. Slightly better.
Let me tell you
Because of
let me
that,
give me a
can you
chance.
imagine?
Give me a chance and I tell you a story.
Uh-huh.
There is.
We didn't
there
come
is-
here to narrate
there
stories.
is a man.
Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me.
I don't know time.
First
Yes.
way.
Excuse me.
First way, you give
All
me
these
guys
guys are
are eating my
Excuse me,
time.
excuse
You
me.
have not yet talked.
These guys are
Excuse me,
eating my
excuse me.
time.
Don't
Order,
tell us your
order.
stories.
Don't
Order,
tell us your
order.
stories.
Don't tell us your stories.
Order, order,
No,
order.
we don't want his story. No,
Let me
we
tell
don't
you
want
some
to listen to his
stories.
stories.
Okay.
No,
Okay,
one's here.
now let us proceed. Back from that very short commercial break, you are still watching Uganda Lemwa. Subscribe, comment, like, and share. Today that topic is very, very, very captivating. It involves a lot of feelings, but I want to appeal to my fellow panelists that please keep that discipline. Keep that discipline. We are now currently giving each and every speaker 4 minutes. Was the 4 minutes elapse, we shall be taking the microphone away from them. But before we went for the commercial break, we had left Mrs. Jihembo asking a question to Magezi Anthony that why do they attack Hussein Ibra other than attacking the other opposition candidate? Can we please have a reaction to that?
Well, first of all, I want to tell you that at least these people have laid their own legacy. This when I tell you about Justus, Justus at least he was our. I remember he was our youth MP. He was once a youth MP, Bara South. He's the former GRC of Siriwa Hall. There are many things. He was our HP Mbara High School. Very many. So if I tell you that he's capable of being a leader, at least there is no I can judge. What's the name of your candidate? No, he hasn't done. He has been a speaker. At least he can speak. At least he can speak in public. You saw him on Urban TV. He was speaking, but still, Justus is capable. When I go to your man, what's his name? This guy in yellow.
Please, you don't want to do violence anytime.
I don't know him.
Hussein Ibra.
I just see his image moving around.
That man with the fat cheeks.
No, we really don't want violence at this panel. We really want
we are sorry.
coherence.
All he can do is to organize forage nights. He gets some candidates to speak on his behalf.
Yes.
He cannot talk in public. So how do you want him to become our guild president?
Okay, now I'm taking the microphone to the people of Hussein Ibra. Can you please have a reaction to that? And let me have you on the
No,
first.
don't talk to me. Just talk on me.
Let me have you on the first.
Don't be like your candidate.
Okay, let me tell you. You're saying, do you realize that? Okay, do you really know the reason why Hussein did go to that debate? Do you know what was wrong with him? No, do you know that people, when a person like they want to do something, you know, people be having their own problems. The guy is sick. He had a problem then, and now he's fine. Keep quiet. I'm talking.
Let him first.
He had a problem, and now that he is fine, he has been talking, right? So, am I supposed to kill myself because I want to show you that I can speak? I know.
Let we defend their country.
Then how do you want the vulnerable people to rule us?
No, nothing like a chance.
So you want to tell us that
You are not
if
the
you're
moderator.
I remember.
Since
One
it's
time,
vulnerable,
We are listening to Yondo James.
I remember one time I took my friend Max Official, our campaign, one of the biggest campaigns. We are at Mary Stewart there, a boxer Zoe. So I took Max Official and our candidate in front of the whole public. He spoke openly during daylight.
I've never been with him. I remember then I was in a lecture.
Okay, you were in a lecture. Anyway, I don't care.
which campaign are we talking about?
He's just assuming tightness.
Now let me pose a question to Mr. Choweti.
He's just assuming tightness.
Before okay,
By
air
then I
out
was
your
in a
question.
lecture.
Yeah, on that issue, Max has said that Hussein Ibra failed to attend the Urban TV debate, and Hussein Ibra, this
You have been on the forefront of Ibra's campaign, so you really want to tell us?
The other guy has said that Ibra he has called us liars. I want to tell him that he's the actual liar because he has said Smanya the secretariat issued a letter that he issued a letter that he could they don't allow him to, but he has even been speaking before. Even this very week, Ibra has spoken Lumumba everywhere. He's the very liar. And actually the new guys and they are the violent youths in Makerere that we have.
Okay,
We know that they are the new guys, they are very violent, and actually for us we are negotiators, as you know. We just negotiate on issues, our matters, we only step by step. But for them, they are violent youths.
Wait,
Marcus, let us have a reaction from you.
do you know why you say that you're liars? First of all, your candidate doesn't know what he wants.
He's not lying.
A moment, let
You
Marcus
guys were
answer.
talking.
Let Marcus answer.
You guys were talking, we were being quiet. During COVID time, the last elections, there is this photo which moves around. He was an FDC.
Was a loop guy.
Wait, I'm still coming. He was once an FDC guy. Now last year, he was a noob guy. Now this year, in a limb. So now, what does he want? So what do you want us to take? Now he's going to go there and he's going to be lying to us that he's doing this, yet he's doing this.
Let me answer that.
Then when he changes, it's like a
Because the
chameleon.
question is for these people,
Yeah.
you
I
know
have
the
to
people
ask
answer.
you.
You people answer.
So you want to tell me, if I'm in a party, I'm supposed to be tied in that party.
party.
I'm supposed
Is
to
it
kill
a
myself in
wedding
that party.
ring?
I
Is it a
know.
wedding
That's
Is
why
it
we are calling you
marriage?
liars.
No.
Let me also answer.
Have you ever seen
Answer,
just
answer.
putting
Have
on
a
yellow?
Let me
right
start.
to
Let me
Have you
start
ever seen
with your
Dangote
answer.
in- have you ever seen Dangote
We
in
have
red?
rights to
Let me talk to you.
know.
Let me
What
talk to
rights
you.
to change
Change
our
to what?
minds? They are our minds.
Politics
No, he
is
doesn't know
a
what
game.
you want.
Yes.
You know, politics as a game. You can
Politics
today
is
you
not
can
a game.
play
It's
any
you guys who don't understand
the
who
next
make it
politics
become
is a game.
It's not
And
a
actually,
game.
I
It is
think
a
you know
game,
that.
by the way.
But
It's a game.
the question
It's
I
about
asked
who
you,
wins.
Now.
actually, I'm asking him, why are you violent? You
Now,
on
let me-
Makerere Hill.
Okay,
Let me
Why
first
you
answer.
create violence?
let
everywhere?
Mr. Chobe answer.
Let me first answer. Now, you know the history of holes in Makerere.
Mm.
It comes from, they were saying it comes from Lumumba Hall.
Yes.
You know what Lumumba Hall does, respect Lumumba, but students fear Lumumba Hall. We held a procession where we are going to Makerere main grounds. We had a campaign there. Those Hussein Ibra guys, I won't say Lumumba students because Makerere was intellectuals. Now those guys it gets from every ghetto in Kampala.
Wow.
They
Can you
start,
A moment.
Such a
A
lie?
moment.
No.
Can you imagine?
Discipline, please.
No,
Please.
wait.
Please.
They start
James, your mic is mute.
they start throwing stones.
Mm.
A negotiator, this camp is throwing
Throwing
stones.
so, do you have facts over the throwing of stones?
Yeah.
And are
I
you sure
was
that
there.
they are-
I was there. I
He
can,
lives in
we,
Micho.
we can go to Sivira and I show you the guys who were hit and they still have the wounds.
Okay, just a moment. I want to ask all of you panelists on this ground here that what is your perception? What is your idea about different halls taking different political sides and then
And let me
having
tell you.
They supporting their candidates.
I was talking. Eh?
It is
I was still
support.
speaking.
That is
I was
support,
still
Wama.
speaking.
Okay,
That's
now
support.
let
show-
me first tell us what is your take about halls getting one candidate to support?
Yes,
What,
yeah.
is it right or not right?
It's right, very right, because holes in
They
the
have
politics of Makerere,
solidarity.
they take a very big word position in the politics. And actually, when they come out to support one candidate, you can see, as you can see the Lumbok solidarity now, that we support our own Hussein Ibra, you can see how we have taken over the politics in Makerere, that we are taking the lead. And actually, those people have
There's no you're
split
taking
up.
the lead.
Yeah, we are.
The North
That's why you're
quarters,
attacking us.
they split up, and now you know how they are behind. They are following us. The Lumbok solidarity. As you know, even now, Micho Hall. They didn't come out with a specific candidate. Actually, their
They don't
candidate
have a
was
choice.
suspended. So they take a lead, and
Yeah.
actually they give that huge support.
So you
As
really
know.
support that?
I support it because halls.
Okay,
they
let
are-
me have you, Grace. Do you really support the idea of halls having an independent presidential support day, and then to the moment
100%.
of even implementing? I think it would have been a choice of the residents that if I'm
Yeah.
a resident and I don't really love the person the hall is sending, I can choose because
Yes.
it is open.
No,
It's
it's
like
like
that,
this.
it's
When
like
you
that.
you
It's
are
like
no,
that.
it's
Like
okay,
that.
so Grace
That's
is
why
time.
they had that guy. Who is that noob guy who was against Hussein in Lumumba?
I
And then they
United
chose
James.
Lumumba.
I'm the
yeah,
body
Because
agent.
of who-
He was
yeah.
agent.
I United
Yeah.
James.
It's like you have your own choice.
So
You
the
can do
whole
what you want.
is like you belong to a certain land, yeah.
Yeah.
So when you reach Makerere and they assign you to a certain hall, that's
doesn't
your
know what he's
motherland.
talking about.
Yeah?
Okay,
That's your
Marcus, let me
motherland.
hear you out. What is your say about halls having that different political side, and once you don't adhere with it, they may look at you as a traitor, as
But they
Yeah,
don't.
They don't.
University
They don't.
hall guys
Okay,
that
like,
GGB
why do they
those
have
are
all
different.
that?
No, it's like this.
Yeah.
Once a candidate is in a certain hall, no. So, for example, this Ibra, Ibra went to UH and was like, okay, when he's asking for support, when he's requesting for support, he requests from the interior hall, from the members and that. So
The
it's
members,
like
yeah.
you guys come and support me. But he goes not to every hall, because if he knows that
cannot
Micho
go
has
to
this, if he knows that Micho has
A
this
candidate.
candidate, so there's no he can go there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Now,
Chobe.
for me, I want to thank Northcote. Now,
You have two
let me
candidates.
Northcote had two candidates.
Has.
Now I want to tell you the facts about these NRM liars, NRM masquerade.
We really demystify that.
No,
Yeah, why
it's,
is it
it's true.
being
It's true.
Can
it's
you
true.
share
They're not
your
liars.
liars?
Have we
It's
ever
true.
come to
Okay,
Northcote
Mr.
and lied to
Chobe,
you?
Mr. Chobe, with due respect of this show,
What-
and the people who
We're
are
going to
watching,
disqualify
we are already
you. We are-
disqualifying the word liar. Can you
Yeah.
please
Okay, okay,
say NRM
okay.
party?
Can't you talk for
the NRM
Northcote
party,
without
the
talking
NRM
about
party had Hussein Ibra
as the
no,
standing one?
brought
That's what
a
you
United
know.
James.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the standing.
Hey, the mic is for Chobe.
Now, if a whole like Lumumba, which you have been in DRC, brings another person to contest against you,
Who's that?
meaning they don't trust you.
A moment.
Now, my candidate, Alionzo Lawrence, wanted to be the chairperson of the civil hall at first. He was unopposed. You know what they call that?
Continue, sir.
Being unopposed meaning
Who opposes
the people of Nsibirwa Hall know how capable he is. Now,
Dangutandi, just as they
A
come from
moment.
the same
From
hall.
the same hole. So
They
tell
come
us
from
what
the-
is
what
that?
are you
Like, what
meaning?
is that?
They come from
You
the
don't
same hall.
trust
What's
yourself. You
that?
guys don't trust
So,
yourself.
we didn't. You're beating
You
your own
still
soul.
don't
What
trust
you're talking
yourself.
about, you don't know.
There
Look
is no
at you,
unity.
look, guys.
Is that
This
there
guy
is
is
unity?
There is unity.
No,
Yes,
no.
there is unity.
You're all
Unity,
against
unity.
yourself.
A
Like,
moment, let
there
him
is
reply. Let
unity.
him reply.
there
Is
is
there unity
in Northcote.
Because
Because
after him talking a lot, I want to
because
ask him one
because
question.
Yeah, you can
because
ask-
we
you
used
can
to
ask
proceed from Northcote. Just as guys were there. Alionzo down.
But is it the
Guys
same
were
hall?
there.
Let-
Chobe
these are
say.
same
No,
Chobe
no,
say.
those guys didn't even stone themselves.
Oh, no.
Now when just no, you know how the confusion came in.
Let
A
him ask
moment.
him.
Now the
A moment,
confusion
let
came
Chobe
in.
finish.
You know how the confusion
Where
came
did the
in?
confusion come from?
Justus goes and asks for endorsement for Mitchell Hall. And for me as a noob guy, I'm not against that endorsement. When they endorse Justus, Justus starts offending the culture of Northcote.
How?
The whole which now you know these halls,
Yeah, they have the culture.
they have land and their culture. Justus brought Mitchell guys and started singing their anthem at the souls of Northcote. That's a disrespect.
We have
And
had your point clearly.
We have had-
Let
Let
us
me
have
answer
Magezi.
you.
disrespect.
Let me answer you.
That's disrespect.
Magezi,
That's
yes.
that's disrespect.
If
We
you-
have got it. Now, Magezi,
if
can you please react?
if you bring the president of America in Uganda or Kenya or even Congo, don't they sing the national anthem?
They
Those
sing.
countries in
What am I
Yes,
saying?
they
Let
do.
me tell
They
you,
sing.
Let Magezi, we have seen your argument. We have really seen your argument.
So-
So what do you really
so,
what do you really
so
say?
when Magezi says that, you know there is culture. Baganda have their own culture and
And-
the Basoga have their own culture.
But
Yeah.
we
The
can work in the
culture
same
differ.
location.
The culture
So
differ.
you guys didn't want the other guys to sing their anthem
No, the
there.
whole culture.
That means you guys-
The whole culture. You can't sing a Micho anthem at Lumumba, and Lumumba cannot sing a Micho.
No,
their
that's
anthem
a
at
lie.
Micho.
That's a lie.
They do.
Unless,
They do.
let me
We've
tell you,
seen that
that's a lie.
unless
Just because
when
we
the
tried to
whole
move, we
elders
Have allowed.
have
Let me
allowed.
tell you.
Okay, now
but
the
we
microphone
were,
is yours.
we
The
were
microphone
during
is
the
yours.
campaigns. We were at Lumumba,
Yeah.
Lumumba, actually, on their grounds, and
Where's
the UH
Lumumba?
guys,
Makerere.
Lumumba.
and the UH guys. No, you listen.
Okay.
And the
Lumumba.
UH guys, they
I'm
sang
listening.
their anthem at the Lumbok's grounds.
And
You
the
get it?
elders had
And
accepted.
He said, and that guy said that Simanya, the halls have to be united. He said that in Nsibirwa is united, but in Nsibirwa for
Two
real,
candidates,
it
like-
brought two candidates.
That is, they do not trust themselves.
Okay, we are really falling
No,
out
it's
when
not
it
that they
comes to
don't trust
time.
themselves.
And you are
Mr.
saying-
Producer, the camera on me, we are really falling out when it comes to time. We are having a hot debate, and this debate cannot end right now. But we really promise that we shall have a part 2 of Mark Politics once time really allows us. Thank you so very much, my panelists. Though the discipline has not been maximum, but next time we shall try to be better. The ideas, the suggestions that have been aired on this show are not of the producer, neither of the host, and neither does this show any dislike, but they are personal claims, and we really give a disclaimer over that. Whoever has been offended by any opinion, it is a personal view. Thank you so very much for being part of the show. It is Uganda Lemwa. Meet you. Mweswade chaz kusibula.
Tunokwogera ne tugenda.
Hussein, peace. Yellow oil.
Okay,
Hussein ayigwa okwogera.
Nange kanjogere. Every Makerere out there, no one can tell you that you can negotiate for your own porridge night. No one can tell you that you can negotiate for your own freshers bowl. Those are your rights. You need to be allowed. If no, peace can't work in Makerere, and I don't believe that peace can work.
Are you
Negotiators.
and he's concluding.
Negotiators. I really laugh at a person who says that you can negotiate in Makerere with Nawangwe. That's my.
Team just us. Just don't let someone who can't talk in public to rule you. Those are my words.
Oh, and me, as I'm saying, please, we are not kids to dance songs. We want action. That is why we are taking our guy to negotiate for us, because he has the power to do it. So, Hussein, Yellow, peace, we're out.
Yeah, of course. Negotiators. Mark, we can negotiate. Mark, we can negotiate. Of course, as you said, we can't have peace in Makerere without violence. What? We can negotiate. Hussein Ibrahim.
Thank you so very much, my wonderful panelists. Thank you so very much for honoring our invitations, and you came today. For those contestants who wanted to be the next Guild Market president, we didn't get your supporters, but shall get them then. We promise to give you another edition of